hey, we want to get some information out to you guys, and we have been planning what we talked about at the beginning of the year, and that's the celebration for the children who have memorized everything or a lot of what we have done here in Classy Coosa this year. And we're going to be sending home a letter to you soon. But that letter is got all the information in it, but it's a little wordy. And so we wanted to communicate with you almost like a face-to-face conversation so that we could say what we want to say, and it would then help make this letter make more sense. And so the letter you're going to be getting is going to start going through the details of how we're going to do the Classy Coosa. It's not really a competition, but just to get to know what your kids know. And so we have made up this notebook. This is for us. This is something that we've done as an example to show you. But if you want your child to be involved in this Classy Coosa Conqueror, if you know that your child has memorized a lot of the history and they're doing great with that, then we're talking to you, or a lot of the science or the geography. We're going to do 5 main categories. I know we've been doing 8, but we've limited that down to just 5. We're going to want to make sure that they know their history, their science, their timeline, their geography, and their math. And so we thought that those were the main ones that we know we've been hitting in the classroom, and those are the 5 main subjects that we want you guys to work on at home to know as a whole unit. And so we're gonna, if your child has memorized all 5 of those categories and everything that we have given out to them, then that's the big thing. That's the Classy Coosa Conqueror, and we are going to celebrate them big time. We're not going to hold anything back. I've asked Miss Friedman to give all she's got to celebrating this child or these children who have actually memorized all of that, because it's a lot of work. But we don't want to leave out those, since we are dealing with younger kids, we don't want to leave out those who may have memorized all of their history sentences. And so if you have a child who's memorized all of the history sentences, we want to reward that one too. Or if they've memorized all of history and all of science, that's going to be rewarded. So we're going to give the big Classy Coosa Conqueror will go to the child who's memorized all 5 of all of those subjects, the entirety. But then we are going to give awards for 4 subjects or 3 subjects, 2 and 1. And so that all children will have a chance to be honored and rewarded for what they have learned. And so we're going to do that like this. You will be, if you want your child to participate, we're going to be sending home papers, and we hope that you can put it in a binder like this, because it's going to make it a lot more easier for you at home to work with your child in memorizing this. But this is the timeline, and it's got the check off boxes so that you will know, hey, this is what my child knows and this is what they don't know. So we've got the timeline, all of geography, and then our math. So when they skip count, obviously it's to note their multiplications. And this is just a way, especially for those older kids, so that they can write it down. And they will learn how to do this better in class. They'll go over that with their teacher. But it's all of the math and onto the squares and cubes and all that we're memorizing now with the areas and the different laws and the equivalents and things. And then we also will send home the science, the sentences and all that we've learned, and all of the history sentences. So that you'll also, this will be a tool that you can use so that you have it all together and all in one, because it's when it's divided up by weeks, you can't get the full thing. So we've done that for you. And so if you say, hey, I want my child to know all of the history, we will send you the history packet home. But another thing that we want to make certain of is that when the children come to us and say, hey, I want to do this, we want to make sure that they truly know it. So we've got a 4-step way that we do that. The first step, and this is all detailed in the letter with dates, but we want to communicate with you like face to face. But anyway, so the 4 steps are, the first step is that we want you, the parent, to sit down with your child and say, okay, they want to know they want to be the Classy Coosa Conqueror for timeline, but do they really know it? And so sit down with them and go over it and see if they know it. And if you can tell us back by, I think it's the date is April 29th. If you can say by April 29th, hey, look, they don't know it all, but they know most of it. And I think that we can get it if we keep working. Then we'll say, yes, keep going. Well, so then after you think that they've got it good with you, we want you to have them test with someone outside of your family. And the reason we say that is so that it's someone who doesn't really know how to prompt them or how to hum the song or anything like that. So we really know what they know. And so on your letter home, it'll say with another adult, and the other adult is someone outside of your home. Now that checklist, we want that to be complete. If they know it all with another adult, like if they're doing history and they can do all of their history sentences with another adult, well then you say, hey, Miss Davis, Miss Neal, my child is ready to come to you to tell you all of these. And so when they come to us, what we're expecting is we think that they pretty much know all of this stuff. So then we're going to ask it. If they pass all of it with us, we will send them on to Miss Freeman, and she'll just ask them a couple of questions, maybe 2 or 3, just to highlight it, to see how they do, and just a chance for them to celebrate with her. And then once they pass that, they have done it, and we will celebrate them. Like I said, if it's one section, we will throw a party for them doing the one section. But if it's 2, 3, 4, and especially 5, then we're going to go all out and celebrate these kids for what they have learned, because they have worked really hard and it's a lot of information, and we want to reward them for what they've done. But anyway, if you have any questions, please start to contact us now about those questions of how it's done, because we want you to be fully informed before the time comes, so that you know what you should expect from us and what we expect from you and your child. But anyway, Miss Neal, do you have any questions that I have left out?
Geography.
Yeah, geography. The way we're going to test geography is we want them to know it. And so it's not just a matter of them singing the states and capitals. We like that, but yet it's geography. We want them to know where these states are. And so as they sing, they can either sing and point. I got my map. Maybe not. Anyway, they can either sing and point out the states and capitals and the features that we're learning this semester. Or if they say, can I sing the states and capitals to you? And then we could say, okay, show me Maine, show me this. But that gets a little hard. The best way is for them to sing those states and capitals and point, just like they've been doing. And then for the prominent features, it could be that they tell us all of the mountains, and then we do a show and point. But they will be required to give us the name, and then they also have to give us the location. That could be together or it could be separate. Any other questions?
And does it need to be word for word answer?
Yes, our goal is word for word. Because if we start coming back on that, how far do you come back? And we have to have a tool to, and we want excellence. So yes, we will want it to be word for word. Let's see, anything else? Oh, on the skip counting, 1st through 3rd graders can just skip count the songs, but we do require that 4th grade will be able to do the multiplication. So that's why we're sending this home, because 4th graders they could write it out. They can't just skip count the song like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They'll have to say, and they could write 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 3 is 3. So they'll have to do that with all of them, even up to the cubes and the squares. So we're aiming for excellence. The kids have learned a lot. I think that they can do it. I know it can be done. I know personally that kids can memorize this and say it all. And when they do, it is going to be a celebration. I promise. Your child will not regret the hard work that they put into memorizing this stuff. And so please work with your children. If you need help, need more information, please let us know. We're excited about it, and we're excited to celebrate what the children have learned this year. Thank you.